Imagine a world where everyone responds rather than reacts, where disagreements don't lead to fights but to understanding. Welcome to the world of emotional maturity. It's a place where people navigate their feelings with wisdom and grace, fostering healthier interactions and relationships. It's about self-awareness, empathy, and resilience, key elements that are often overlooked in our fast-paced lives. Emotional maturity isn't just a fancy term, it's a life skill, a game changer that transforms how we interact with the world and people around us. Sounds like a utopia, right? But it's achievable. And the first step towards it is recognizing emotional immaturity. So, how can you spot emotional immaturity? There are some clear signs. Let's delve into them. First off, one telltale sign is a constant tendency to blame others. Emotionally immature individuals often refuse to take responsibility for their actions. Instead, they point fingers, blaming everyone else for their problems. They find it hard to accept that they might be the cause of their own troubles. Next on the list is an inability to handle criticism. Constructive criticism is a vital part of personal growth. However, those who are emotionally immature may take it as a personal attack. They often respond with defensiveness or anger, rather than seeing it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Another critical sign is impulsiveness. Emotionally immature individuals often act on their immediate desires or emotions without considering the consequences. They struggle with self-control and can make hasty decisions that they later regret. Last but not least, difficulty in managing emotions is a significant indicator of emotional immaturity. Emotionally immature people tend to struggle with emotional regulation. They may experience intense emotional reactions to minor events, which can lead to overreactions and mood swings. It's important to note that everyone can exhibit these behaviors from time to time. However, if these signs are a consistent pattern, it might indicate a level of emotional immaturity. This doesn't mean that the person is bad or wrong. It merely means they may have some growing to do. These signs are red flags, indicating that a person might be emotionally immature. Knowing what emotional immaturity looks like, let's now contrast it with emotional maturity. Emotional immaturity often resembles a lack of self-awareness. It's akin to being in a room with a mirror, but refusing to look into it. On the other hand, emotional maturity begins with self-awareness. It's like standing in front of that mirror and not only acknowledging your reflection but also recognizing the strengths and weaknesses that make up your unique persona. Empathy, too, is a prominent trait of emotional maturity. Imagine someone emotionally immature as a person who sees the world solely through their own eyes, unable to comprehend the feelings and perspectives of others. Conversely, emotional maturity involves stepping into someone else's shoes, understanding their emotions and experiences, and responding with kindness and respect. Resilience is another hallmark of emotional maturity. Picture emotional immaturity as a fragile glass vase, shattering at the slightest discomfort or adversity. Emotional maturity, however, is more like a rubber ball. It might get thrown around, even knocked down, but it always bounces back. It's the ability to weather life's storms with grace, learning and growing from each challenge. Lastly, let's talk about emotional regulation. Think of emotional immaturity as a pendulum, swinging wildly from one emotional extreme to another. Emotional maturity, in contrast, is like a well-tuned instrument, capable of expressing a range of emotions but always in control, always in tune. It's about experiencing our feelings, yes, but not being ruled by them. The difference is evident and profound, isn't it? Emotional maturity truly is a game changer. Now that we know what emotional maturity looks like, the question is, how do we get there? The path towards emotional maturity can be both challenging and rewarding, but it's within everyone's reach. Let's start with practicing mindfulness. This is the art of living in the present moment, fully aware of your thoughts, emotions, and actions without judgment. It's about understanding your emotional triggers and learning to respond rather than react. By doing so, we can better manage our emotions and make more thoughtful decisions. Next, don't hesitate to seek professional help. Therapists and counselors are trained to help individuals navigate their emotions and personal challenges. They can provide tools and strategies that are tailored to your specific needs. Developing emotional intelligence is another powerful strategy. Emotional intelligence involves recognizing, understanding, and managing our own emotions, as well as recognizing, understanding, and influencing the emotions of others. It's about empathy and connection, about understanding that everyone is fighting their own battles. And lastly, remember to be patient with yourself. Emotional maturity is not something that happens overnight. It's a process of growth and self-discovery. It's about making mistakes, learning from them, and moving forward. Remember, it's a journey, not a destination. But every step you take towards emotional maturity is a step towards a better life. So, there we have it, the importance, signs, and path to emotional maturity. We've journeyed through the landscape of emotional development, uncovering the power of emotional maturity and its role in fostering healthier relationships and a more balanced life. We've identified the telltale signs of emotional immaturity that may sometimes go unnoticed, but can have profound effects on our interactions with others. We've also explored the stark contrasts between emotional immaturity and emotional maturity, highlighting the differences that can guide us in our self-awareness and personal growth. Finally, we delved into the path towards emotional maturity, a journey filled with introspection, understanding, and self-improvement. In essence, emotional maturity is not just about personal development, but it's also an essential tool for enhancing our personal and professional relationships. It's about understanding ourselves and others better, and navigating the world with empathy, resilience, and wisdom. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more insightful content. Here's to your journey towards emotional maturity. You've got this.